We had some technical.
Hi, we're Star Trek Era, and welcome to. It would be redundant now.
Yeah. So
the new show.
The new show. Yeah. What do you think's gonna happen? Like as I said
I'm
before,
not hopeful at all because it's the guys. It's Kurtzman. It's the guys from those shitty movies.
Yeah.
So I have a dark, dirty feeling it's going to be in some sort of alternate timeline. These guys just seem to be very reluctant to actually do normal Star Trek continuity.
I can't understand why.
Continuity has died. Have you noticed this? People don't even make that many sequels anymore. They just start over.
They just do reboots.
Yeah.
You know, make a better sequel if you're worried about something. Don't always hit the panic reboot button every time.
No,
for how many times have they rebooted Spider-Man?
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
You know?
It's just like my big fear with it is that, as I said, I see three possibilities, and the two that are the least likely is that it'll be set on a different ship in the JJ universe.
Yeah.
And that it'll be in the original canon. The most likely, I think, is that it'll be a whole new series universe reboot, completely its own thing.
Separate from both.
And separate from both. It's what I fear.
What's your most devout wish for it?
That it would be a canon series. And I don't care where...
I want it to be USS Titan.
Yeah,
I want Riker. I want Riker back.
But like I don't mind when it is in the timeline. If it's between original series and next gen, or if it's set after Voyager, or if it's Titan, whatever. I don't care. So long
show
as
us the Enterprise
original.
B or C.
Yeah.
Alan Ruck's still going strong. Get him
I was
back
thinking
as
that after
another-
watching Generations.
Great
Today,
for it.
he'd be brilliant.
Or,
show him as a more mature captain
Sulu's
now.
hot daughter.
Yeah, he's...
Yeah, show him as a more mature captain and have like Sulu's daughter as his first officer now, and she's an older woman or whatever. Like, you know, like, it's
Yeah.
worth
Well,
it.
there were. Remember
It's
that
20 years
article?
later, like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Or like,
You remember that article that Gary Nugent put up in the Federation Times about how the 11th movie was originally supposed to be set between Enterprise and original series? It was only when Abrams came on board he said, no. I don't get to claim that then. It's I want my own continuity, and that's when
it won't be my thing.
That's went to shit then. I would love to see that. Well, that's what we're getting with Axonar.
Yeah.
We're getting that
we're getting
period
what
covered.
it should have been, yeah.
Do you know, originally
really good.
as well. Originally, they were going to do a. What film was it? Is it Star Trek 6 where Sulu has the Excelsior?
Yes.
They were going to do a Sulu series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it never got. It never got off the
I
ground.
love that shit.
Star Trek
That's my
6 was
favourite
nearly
shit,
the prequel movie as well.
Yeah.
That was nearly Kirk and Spock at the Academy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Very close to well, maybe it was in pre-production. They just had a script and some big.
Oh, they were going to have like recast them as younger.
Yeah, younger guys. They were going to do it
Wow.
as early as the early 90s. You know.
Wow.
I don't know how that got scrapped in the end. Maybe because they all thought that's a dog shit idea. Maybe,
Well, my big hope is that no matter what universe they set it in, whether it's canon, JJ's, or a whole new one, so long as it holds that true to Star Trekness to it, I'll be happy.
The philosophy of the show that started off. I know, it was like...
that's not enough for me. I'm so stubborn with this.
Really?
I want the original continuity. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's why I'm not watching this new shit at all.
So if you got
it's not mine.
If you got the original continuity, so say you're on the Titan, except it's the writing and stories is like
It's dog shit.
is like the 2009 film type of action over the top
No, you're right.
kind of stuff. Except it's
So I'll never be happy.
I'll
just have to.
that's the trade-off you might
I'll
make.
just keep
I
watching repeats of DS9.
Yeah.
Maybe throw in an episode of Axonar or something like that. And it'll have to do me. Yeah, it sucks. That's where we are.
It's,
Thank you very much, J.J. Abrams. You ruined everything for everyone ever.
Forever.
I assume if I ever get married, you're going to defile her as well. You fucking bastard.
He is your Shinzo.
Shinzon,
Yeah.
That
What
what was it called? B4 or B8? Whatever. The data.
before?
It was B4.
Yeah, that
Or
movie-
lore.
that-
Your
that-
lore.
that was the worst of the 10 movies. Nemesis,
It was,
for me.
yeah.
I-
That was the one that broke the mold of every even-numbered Star Trek movie is the good one.
I never with it. See, I like
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah.
I even like 5, man.
I was like, I do want to rewatch 5 and think because there are some great stuff.
5's
in
funny.
5.
That's where
great
Shatner got himself, DeForest Kelly, and Nimoy sat around a fire, and they just kind of.
Didn't he direct that one as well?
He
He did
directed
direct
that,
it,
yeah.
That's the one that starts with him climbing the cliff.
Climbing
the
It's
cliff.
like
With
it's like in
beautiful Jerry Goldsmith music.
the last
Yeah.
scene that they shot
Yeah,
never
it's
used for Generations was the opening scene was him doing an orbital skydive, and then he comes down and it's like Scott and was supposed to be Scott and McCoy, but it ended up being
Scotty
Chekhov.
Chekhov, yeah.
And they're like, "Sir, we have to go launch the Enterprise B," and he's like, "Okay then." After like jumping out from the orbit, an orbital jump.
I'd love if he said it like that. Okay.
Dude, it's Vincent Price impression. Okay then.
Yeah, so if they do, well, they are doing a new show. We know what's happening finally.
Yeah.
Let's be optimistic. Let's try and keep up.
Yeah, no,
that's coming from me,
Star Trek
and I'm a prick.
best in TV anyway, so like it's
Yeah.
you get to do what Star Trek
yeah.
does best on TV because you can get there have your character
Story
arcs.
arcs.
And you get to deal with themes you can't deal with in
No,
What they're
yeah.
definitely going to be doing is, because it's going to be on the demand, the CBS demand all access or something.
It's gonna be-
Is it 100% a guarantee? There's going to be 13 episodes in the season, and it's going to be one story for the 13 episodes,
Which I will like.
I
think is a great.
That's
idea.
why
is.
DS9 is
It's
the
the
best of Star Trek shows. It was the first that tried to do that.
Yeah.
And Ira Stephen Bear had to fight tooth and nail to
Oh,
get that done.
really did, yeah.
Behrman
26
just
episodes
wanted
a season,
Planet,
like-
Planet
I
of the
think
Week
it's too
episodes.
much. Like so much filler
Way
that's
too
in
much, yeah.
Star Trek series, like a series of it. You'll have this overarching storyline, but there's all these little filler episodes.
I know,
That
like,
kind of-
the
that brought down
syndication
likes
model,
of- yeah.
the syndication model of everything resets each week kind of thing is rubbish. I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of like
but that's-
every episode is really standalone. I'm not a big fan
And,
of that.
and
Yeah.
that's the great thing with how series have changed now with,
Yeah.
with the advent of Netflix and Amazon Prime and now CBS Demand, or whatever it's called.
I suppose it's the HBO model.
TV's
yeah.
better
The
than
HBO
movies.
model, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the future of TV, and
yeah,
it'd be-
it really is.
Look at
And
DC
it's
comic superheroes
tightening,
just to see
Yeah.
the TV's better than movies now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's far more satisfying than what they're doing on the big screen. Than
Oh, absolutely.
Well, yeah, we'll give Donna Justice a chance. I had a big argument with you or make Graham Day. Yeah, so let's keep an open mind. Let's just hope it's in the original continuity. Why not?
I would love it for it to be.
They should be listening to the fans.
Because I know, like,
70%, surely. I'm making up that
Yeah,
number,
yeah.
but you know,
But
72%.
it is millions of people.
A lot
It is
of
millions
us
of people.
just
Like
want
if you
original
think of like
stuff.
good ratings for a show nowadays would be what 10 million a week would be really good show.
Oh,
ratings.
apparently not.
Here's the
apparently
thing.
something like 5 or 6 million is really good
Yeah, yeah.
because of
The way
download
TV's
and
gone.
the way
Th-
But
TV's
this-
changed.
like
this
they
is-
would guarantee you if they went original continuity,
Yeah.
they will get 10 million every week for the whole run of the series.
Yeah.
If they did 20 seasons, they will still get 10 million every week.
They didn't
so
even lose
why
that audience on
betray
Enterprise.
those people? Yeah.
Because this happened twice. It happened with original series when they switched to measuring demographics, and it came in too late to save the original series. Because when they looked at demographics, they realised the original series was cleaning up.
It was the way they were doing
But it was,
ratings.
yeah, but it was too late. They'd cancel it. Same thing happened with Enterprise. They were
Yeah.
still measuring in a traditional way. What they weren't measuring yet was TiVo ratings, digital television, and so
Yes.
Enterprise was the most downloaded show.
Yeah.
For
Because it
digital
was thrown
transmissions.
around the-
So the audience never went anywhere.
Yeah.
We're still looking at it. This
Yeah, yeah.
period where it hasn't been on TV has been a waste because we've been here the whole time waiting for it.
Going, please, sir, can I have some more?
You never know. Maybe we'll get the. Maybe they'll decide to go with an earlier one, and we'll get the Romulan War that we didn't get in Enterprise, or we'll get the Klingon War that they want to do in XNR.
Oh, it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
It'd be great if they did. Do
Why the
that,
fuck
so.
not? There's so many blank spots, and I think
There
that's
is
what they're realizing as
stuff,
well, and
yeah.
what that they didn't take advantage of enough on Enterprise is that they don't realize how much us fans love seeing unexplored timelines. That's why we
yeah.
love First Contact.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they never talked about what happened in that period. Show us that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
show us them in spacesuits in Enterprise. Show us, show them in decom. You don't have to make it sexy. It's grand that they did.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they underestimated how much we wanted that. They panicked, especially this. I think it was CBS. Panicked and said, no, but you know they want that technology. They're going to want their replicators and holodecks and everything. No, we wanted the
Care
script
that much
down.
about
We
this.
wanted NASA
Yeah.
Star Trek. That's exactly
Yeah.
what we
Yeah.
wanted. And when they started doing like that first flight flashback episode,
Yeah.
which is what initially what they wanted season 1 to be. They didn't want
yeah.
Enterprise to leave until the end of season 1. They wanted season 1 to be building it. We
Oh,
would have
like
loved
testing
it.
it and stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
would have eaten it up.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because it would have got to have the likes of cameos that have been in the show with actual astronauts who have appeared in the likes of Enterprise or some of the other shows.
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah.
have appeared there, and or other scientists who have they were fans of it and they got to be on the show.
And a better song in the opening credits.
I would like to see of more
I grew
of.
to like that. I have to say, I grew to like that.
I'd like to have seen more of what's his name, is it Cromwell who played
James Cromwell?
He played
Cromwell,
Zefram
Zefram
Cochrane.
Cochrane,
yeah.
I would love to have seen him like 10 years after
Yeah.
First Contact. Him just be
As
like,
being-
I'm not a fucking politician, man. Like, just I'm an engineer, and him just like dealing with all the frustration of this kind of world peace thing, and he just wants to be in a lab working.
Yeah.
And he has to go and shake hands and cut ribbons and all this kind of stuff. And
you could have him actually, when he says an inspirational quote, when he says, "Don't try and be a great man, just be a man." Or say, "Oh, that's brilliant." He goes, "Someone told me I said it once. I don't know."
Make it really have it like that, and then have him being the guy who keeps testing his rockets and pushing on the limit and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that would have been cool. I'd love that.
Have his alcoholism get worworse.
Yeah.
And then he finally disappears off to a planet on a single ship.
Yeah.
And then Kirk finds him years later and he's turned young.
That's great.
I don't think I've never actually seen that episode.
You can also see him, like, anytime he's going to stop, he does take the train as well. He hates flying.
Oh, yeah.
And after his experience on the Phoenix, he never wants to go into a ship again.
I love his reaction. It's just like, live long and prosper. Thanks.
He's such a good actor.
And the fact that he, like, James Cameron he's done at least 3 roles in Star Trek, including Zefram.
That's right, yeah. He was in Deep Space Nine.
He was in Deep Space Nine.
Trader alien guy, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he was in TNG.
And he was in TNG. Probably did something else. Maybe it was a
no, I think that was the
voice
3.
or something else.
I think that was the
It was like in Enterprise they did a really good one with your man who's Robocop.
Peter Weller.
Peter Weller came in as the racist guy on the moon. That was deadly.
That was great.
That was a brilliant story.
It's really the end of Enterprise. That's really the last episode.
It was
the next one after that's a TNG episode, really.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the second last episode?
Yeah, it was the second last episode. And it ends on a bummer. It ends with Trip Tucker crying his eyes out, blubbering over the death of a baby. It's pretty dark shit.
But that's
great episode.
Star Trek, man.
Yeah,
that's
good. Because they always one of the writers was obsessed with Green, Colonel Green.
Oh yeah.
Who showed up in is it
He's
Savage
mentioned.
Curtain? What's the name of that one where they sum up all the figures from history, like Lincoln and stuff like that?
Oh,
Who God's Destroyer, the Savage Curtain. It's one of
he was
the
mentioned
last.
for years throughout.
Colonel Green, yeah.
He's the-
And so they showed him on TV in Enterprise or whatever the version of TV is.
Yeah.
And
But
then
I
Peter
like-
Weller is pretty much almost like a surrogate for him then, you know.
But I like how Peter Weller kind of pointed out that although Colonel Green was behind this huge genocide, he actually stopped the spread of radiation poisoning as a result, and all this was like he was almost a necessary evil for Earth to survive and all this, like humanity to survive. And it was kind of, but that's kind of the weird message of Star Trek. It's like,
There you have it, folks. Shayton
guy's
Collier, fan of genocide. That's where we end.
Let's just freeze frame on that.
I think just hope for a new series. But
We have to believe
We
there's
have to have hope.
well, like one of the things that it drives me mad is Michael Dorn is trying to get Star Trek series.
Yeah.
Jonathan Frakes is trying to get Titan off the ground.
Is he?
Why don't they just
that
come
was the
mind?
hard
Like,
one.
my
The fact that he's
I know he's
behind
doing
it.
Librarian at the moment, so I guess
And,
that's what he's pushing.
like, but my dream would be why not do both? Why not have
just a new
a
series.
multiple ship series? Do a Game of Thrones on it, jumping from ship to ship. You've 13 episodes in a season. It's one story. Make the stories relate. Have Worf's ship. Have Riker's ship. Have a new captain and their ship, and they could be the main focus. And then you can have like a guest spot with.
Stop this, because
Picard.
all you're doing, all you're doing is making me
Jeffrey Combs in
dream.
there as well.
Oh, of course.
All you're doing is
Make him the
making
new
us
captain.
dream, and then they're going to
Give
do
him
this
his main
shit.
part. Finally, give him a main character.
Maybe if the series followed Ciaran, how good would that be?
That'd be awesome.
That would be fantastic.
None of this is going to happen.
Of course
It's going to
not.
be in the shitty fucking Abrams explosion-y lens flare continuity, and it's going to break our hearts.
What if
I'm
they
depressed.
did? What if they did the Enterprise D, but in the J.J. Abrams universe?
Oh God.
You look like you're trying to sneak up. Oh no, you can't stop thinking now because I said it to him. So they like recast all the D crew, but with the reboot in the reboot.
They could
the
do
new
like,
Trek universe.
They could do Picard's story when he was on Stargazer.
That'd be cool.
That could be
though.
good.
And he's working with the.
But again, yeah,
Call it Star Trek Stargazer would be too confusing.
I don't mind them. I don't mind them rebooting in that way, so long as they're not redoing the story.
More of the. I don't want more of the same. I want
Exactly.
something new.
Don't redo the continuity. Have it. It's in the continuity. It just happens to be a different actor because we can't de-age him. You know, just show us a story that we know happened and we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Oh, good God! I remember talking to someone a couple of years ago when Into Darkness came out. They were saying, "Oh, Ciaran, you should see it though. See the way to do it. It's so clever." There's this amazing moment where Kirk and Spock are on the other side of glass and they're doing this.
Oh, no.
That's for Wrath of Khan, you ignorant fucker!
Oh no.
That was just such bad
And
writing.
it
I
didn't
haven't
make any
seen that.
sense.
But just the fact that they do that and that just
no,
goes to
it's
show
like-
what they're going for. This idiot thought that was
all it does is
this
play
movie's so clever for coming up with that idea. It didn't come up with that idea.
That was the stupidest thing with that it kept the whole Khan thing a secret. But I imagine
It was the
90%
worst.
of audiences when
It's
they
like
went,
Moneypenny
when he
and
goes,
Skyfall.
my name is Khan, everyone went,
Yeah.
and?
It was just.
And all the Star Trek fans went, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. It was just all it did was play off the pop culture element of. It was like, oh, what did the second Star Trek movie do? It's like, oh, everyone knows Khan.
Yeah, you
And
hit the
it
nail on the
just
head.
plays off pop culture.
But nobody knows who Khan is.
it's just
They
feeding
know
off
he's
the
in
brand.
They just
Star
know
Trek.
him from that line or people's T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah,
Alright, we're running out of time.
Or the
anyway,
wreath
so
of Khan as
we'll
well.
wrap up.
sure.
So I've hope, but pessimistic, reserved hope.
I
Ciaran's gonna go hang himself.
I see a dark abyss of suffering and lens flares in our future.
Gary, what do you think's gonna happen?
I don't think there's going to be much of it, but I'll wait and see until next year, or 2017, January 2017. So I'll wait until then, because I'm going to enjoy Star Trek for now.
Yeah. Well, that's the
casual
important thing.
Axanar can't come quick enough.
But the important thing is, what has come before is still there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not affected
we
by
still
it.
Have, what is
Exactly.
it?
Our childhood hasn't been
728
destroyed.
episodes or something like that.
I found myself watching like what do you call it, a mock time recently, where Kirk and Spock
great.
fight down on Planet Vulcan, and the fact that the Planet Vulcan was still there, since I was like, yeah, fuck you, Abrams. There it is.
Right there.
And there's Spock's mom as well. Yeah, so fuck you. It's all still there. Yeah, so
all
you're right. It
still
doesn't
there.
hurt. It doesn't
It's
hurt.
all still there, yeah.
Guys like me, we
We've a lot
nitpick.
of-
This is the point. This is the point, and we like to hear each other's
We're
opinions
nerds, we
and
like the nitpick.
be dicks.
Still there. Right.